This is Linda Burton.
And this is Joe Burton with Fighting to Stay Married.
So we talked about something, and I wanted to know if you can share it with everyone.
I wanted to talk about today is that when we're discussing or having a conversation with one another, and like we'll just keep it within relationships, husband and wife, or girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. Many times we will say stuff that we really don't mean, and we can't take it back, right? But it may seem like it's up to the listener to give us a chance to take it back. But many times that doesn't happen. You say something that you didn't mean. Now the other person storms off. They're mad. And you're like, oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. That's not what I meant. So we need to give each other grace, because it's not like the movies. If you're an actor or actress and you say the line wrong, the director gets to come in and say cut. And then they get to start over again and say the line the right way. Real life is not like that, right?
So many times I wish I could say cut and start over.
Right. I mean, so do I. But since real life is not like that, I guess we can probably fix it in one or two ways. We can slow down and think before we speak, or listen, or just put on our listening ears, or we can start showing a little bit of grace because you picked them for a reason. There's something good about them that attracted you to them. So maybe you can start exercising a little grace and like, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to take that back, and then really mean it, not holding on to it.
I think also you need to look and see, is it me? Did I have such a hard day at work, or is this something that I got teased about as a child and you brought it back up and you didn't even know that was a sensitive spot or subject for me?
I just think that there's probably a time where you can, if it's sensitive, then you need to communicate that it's a sensitive issue. I just don't think we give enough time for each other, give enough grace to each other as we go through this thing called life and relationship and communication.
So maybe sometimes if I say something wrong, how would you feel if I say, whoa, wait, I just realized I said that wrong, cut, can I redo that? And ask for your permission to re-say what I want to say or what I was intending to say if I knew I was going off track.
I think that'll be real good if you're at that maturity level to be able to do that. I mean, I guess we are wired not to not to do that. We get mad and angry, storm out the door, or whatever you do. But I think that requires a lot of skill, because I heard somebody say one time that if you just act natural, you'll just mess everything up.
Yeah.
So you got to go against what's natural and do the opposite.
Well, our natural thing is about us being selfish, being self-absorbed, what's best for us.
So I guess what we're trying to say is just be mindful of how you're talking and what you're saying. I think the best things to do is just to slow down and really put on your listening ears and think before you speak, which is very hard to do because it's very hard to think of all that stuff at one time. It requires some effort and some skill to get to. But if we can just put these things in our mind, I think our relationships will be it'll be all for the better if we can start thinking before we speaking and making sure that the person that we are with gets the benefit of the doubt.
And the listener needs to have a clear mind, not worrying about what else is going on in the stress of their day, and actually take time to hear the person with that grace and patience and understanding of what the person is trying to say.
Ooh, that seems like it's a lot of work, boy. It's gonna be a challenge. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a challenge. But if you care about relationships and not jumping from one relationship to the next, and really work on the relationship that you have or that you began with, then things may work out for the better. You will never know. But it's challenging. So if you have any questions, leave a comment.
We have an email address now. Email us at fightingtostaymarried@gmail.com.
That's fightingtostaymarried@gmail.com.
Till next time, I hope this gives you a little energy to help fight to stay married.
And remember, just like the logo states, you got the woman in her wedding gown, you have the man in his tux, and you guys both got boxing gloves on, and you're trying to protect that union. So each of you have to fight towards your relationship to keep that thing protected. See you later.
Thank you for listening.